Now I think we all know what time it is.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Voyager class, Optimus Prime. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front, we have Prime looking all primey. He's pointing at us like he does. Hey, look, it's from a movie, Transformers. On the side of the box, we have Prime. On the side of the box, we have just the rest of that picture. Transformers Authentic. Back here, he is a Voyager class Voyager class A, class A Hero, and a class A Voyager up top. Rise of the Beast. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes on the back of the box. Your obligatory product shots, and that's basically it for the packaging. Then, moving right along, here we have Optimus Prime as he appears in Rise of the Beasts, and here he is in his robot mode. He is packed in robot mode, and man, this guy's a mixed bag, but we'll expand on that as we go. But yeah, here he is, and let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his abs, but at his noggin. Oh, there it is. You can see, it's a nice primey head sculpt. It looks as Prime should. Got some nice paint there on the face. Got the silver. Got the blue there for the eyes. All around. Some nice molding going on there. You got the windshield chest on a nice transparent plastic with some silver. And you can see the windshield wipers are molded in, but they didn't paint them in. That's my biggest issue with this figure, is the paint or lack thereof. Side view mirrors are painted. Autobot symbols right there on the shoulders. Lots of unpainted gray plastic. And this is my biggest qualm with this figure. Lots of nice molded detail, as you can see, but just lots of unpainted light gray plastic, and it just makes the figure look not so good. But you got the little white little arrows, triangles, whatever, on his forearms there. Some more unpainted plastic. You do have some blue on the front of the shins with some black, with some red. That looks nice. Toes are painted at least, and then you have just a lot of unpainted stuff going on in there. And all that's unpainted as well. And move to the back. Some more unpaintedness. Got wheels. Got booty wheels. Well, not really booty wheels on the small of his back, but yeah. But yeah, just a lot of unpainted stuff going on here. And that's my biggest qualm with the figure. It looks really good. Molding-wise looks really good, but just all of the unpainted gray plastic just makes it, it just brings it down so many notches for me. Now, if they had used a darker gray plastic like what they used for the Studio Series, probably would have made this look a lot better. But one thing you can definitely say is that customizers will have a field day with this figure, because it's practically a blank canvas. But hey, articulation-wise, let's talk about that. The head can rotate. It's very, very stiff on mine, so I'm not sure how much range of movement he actually has. I know it can rotate. I haven't been able to get his head to look up or down. So I can't tell if it's on a ball joint or if it's just on a hinge in there. I can't tell, but it seems like all I can get out of it is just rotation. I can't get his head to move any other way. As far as the arms go, they can rotate, can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You can see the shoulder pad itself can wiggle a bit, so you can kind of adjust that as you need to. You have bicep rotation. You have a nice deep elbow bend. The wrists, as you can see, are on a ball joint. So you have rotation. You can have them move in. That's for transformation, but hey, it moves if you need it to move. You do have waist rotation, although it is quite limited. You can kind of see it just kind of bumps up in there, so you only get but so much. You do have an upper torso rotation. That's for transformation, but hey, again, it's a thing you can use. It moves if you need it to move. And as far as the legs, they can go forward that far, back that far. You have little hip skirts here that can move out, and you can almost do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. Slightly over 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. As far as the feet, they can move up, they can move down a lot. And you have your ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, it just includes this big old blaster here. And you can see it's reminiscent of the Bumblebee movie blaster. And here's the Studio Series one for comparison. You can see it's a lot. It's a lot smaller. You can see, style-wise, they are similar. You can totally give him this one if you wanted to. You can't hold it. You know, if you want to have a bigger gun, you can totally give him the Studio Series 1 if you wish. Of course, you can have him hold that. You can also store it on his back. There's a port right there. You can just take it and just plug it into his back for storage. Or, of course, you can have him wielding his weapon as a Prime should. And he can pew, pew, bang, bang, pew, pew, bang, bang, and all of that good stuff right there. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with Scourge, just so you can see how they look together. Here he is with the Studio Series Bumblebee Movie Prime, and this is what I was talking about. If they maybe use this darker gray plastic, I think that would have looked a lot better. I think it would have looked a lot better, but anyway. And here's a nice family photo with the Beasties and the Autobots that we have so far. So we got a nice little group shot going on here. And yeah, they look good together. So there you go. So that is basically it for robot mode. And again, molding wise, he looks really good. Really, really good. But man, all of that unpainted gray plastic just really, it just brings it down so many notches. But it is what it is, as always, just my opinion, to each their own. But let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this panel here behind his head. We're going to bring it up, and that will bring his head down. And you just push that all the way down like that. Then you take his windshield pecs, and you just push them in. Now, when you're going back into robot mode, you don't have to manually, pull his pecs back out. You can just flip this back around, and when you push it down, it'll just pop all that back out, so you can get a little bit of unintentional automorph there. But as always, you can do it how you want, but push his window pecs in, and you got that done. Now, for the legular region, you want to take his foot, and you want to bring it up. It's going to take this whole shin section with it, so just rotate it up and just push it back. This side is very snug on my copy. So bring that back, and that will sit flush like that. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, second versus like the first. Just rotate that all around. Bring that out so it sits like that. Then you're going to take the legs, and they will tap together. And then you take the hitch here and just bring that over. And you got that part all done. Now you're going to rotate his body 180 right below his chest here. So rotate all of this around. So it is sitting like that. And now we can work on the arms. So you want to take these sections here with the smokestacks. They're on double hinge. You just want to take them and swing them to the sides. And you got a tab slot connection right there. Just plug that in. Do the same thing here. Just swing that around and plug that in. Once you do that, you're going to take the arms and bring them back. Then you're going to flip up his hand, rotate the arm in at the bicep, and then the arm will collapse up and sit flush right there, like so. In second verse, guess what? Just like the first. So just bring that back, flip that fist up, rotate the arm in at the bicep, collapse that up, and you got that going on. Next, you want to unclip the waist. It clips in right there, so just give that a tug. It'll come undone, and you have these two tabs, which will go into these two slots there in his thighs. So just bring that down and line it up, and just give it a nice little push. There we go. So everything is seated in there, just like that. Now you're going to take these wheels and just swing them out, and now you're going to bring this whole front grille section down on that double hinge, and the wheels will tab in into these little slots right here on either side. So just line that up and just pop that in on either side like so. And the last thing to do, actually not the last thing to do, the next to last thing to do, take these panels, bring them forward. You got a tab slot connection right there. Line that up, tab it in, and flip that forward, line that up, and tab that in, and one more step. Take these little tanks here, bring them out to the side, bring them out to the side, make sure everything is nice and squozen, and there you go. There you have Optimus Prime in his alt mode. mode. Very good spin. Get back here. But there he is in truck mode. And not a bad looking truck mode. I can work with the truck mode. I think it looks pretty good, but let's get in close. So we can take a look onto the detail. Of course, you know, a lot of unpainted gray. Would have been nice if all of this up front was done in silver, but at least you got some blue there for those lights. Again, you got some nice detail. A little bit of silver right here. You know, you guys just feet just kind of folded up in the back. It looks more like a pickup truck. It looks like you can totally like dump something back there, but you know. In the back, yeah, you got tail lights, but unfortunately not picked out in paints. And there's the top. There is the bottom. He does roll, as rolling things should. He does roll very smoothly also. Nice smooth roll. Nice smooth Autobot roll. And for comparison, here he is with Scourge. Here he is with the Studio Series Bumblebee Movie Prime. And a nice group shot here with the Autobots that we have so far. And a group shot with the Maximals that we have so far. So, there you go. Now, as far as his blaster goes, you can store it on the truck mode, exactly the way you think it would. It's just going to plug in right back here, and voila, there's your storage. Hooray for storage. Now, I know you're probably wondering, can this guy tow a trailer? Well, here is the Earthrise trailer. You can plug it in, and it kind of works. This is just a little too tall, so you can see it's kind of sitting at a bit of an angle. It works, kind of, sort of. This needs to be like a little bit higher off the ground, or this needs to be a little bit lower for it to, you know, sit perfectly level. But, you know, it can be done. It's a thing you can do if you want to do it. So, there you go. So there you have Optimus Prime, and yeah, again, this figure is a mixed bag for me. The robot mode looks really good, molding-wise, everything looks great, but the fact that he is like 50% unpainted light gray plastic just really just kills the look. Like this guy, yeah, like I said earlier, you know, this figure is gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a field day for customizers. I may have to employ somebody to paint this guy up for me, make him look a lot better, but you know, it is what it is. It still looks good. Molding-wise looks good, so credit where it's due. Truck mode looks decent for what it is. You know, it's your kind of standard mainline Voyager engineering, so there's nothing mind-blowing going on here with the transformation. But it gets the job done, and it looks pretty good for what it is. So not a great figure, not a bad figure either. He's just kind of middle of the line for me. But as always, just my 2 cents, to each their own, so there you go! Now, these Voyagers are starting to pop up in stores, so check your Walmarts, check walmart.com. You can also get Rise of the Beast figures from BigBadToyStore.com, as always linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Rise of the Beast playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Rise of the Beasts Voyager class Optimus Prime. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big Geek! Be proud. Palm in your face. Why do I keep walking around here? It's boring. We really have to stop meeting like this. Unicron is coming. But what of the pizza bagels? Shut up with the pizza bagels. Our worlds are in danger. Hey, that's my line.